Tycho, owner operator of Read 90.1. Got a great show for you guys today. Here, let's see if we're on the radio yet. I don't know. We'll just get to it here and just. Sorry. We'll just get right into it. Here. Turn up the radio, Mike. Alright. Today's broadcast is going to be on the fake Jew TikToks and the Jews that have post October 7th, but mainly recently they're trying to control the narrative. If you want to know what's going on, they're trying to control the narrative. So we've heard, let's get it on record here. We've heard that there's the Pharisaic Jews, which people know it's 90% of Judaism is raised and taught and brainwashed by that Talmudic form of Judaism. And then there's this allegedly the Christ-believing Jews. Well, then you have the idea that it's all Jews or it's just a group of Zionist converts that are Khazarians. Now, I want to set the record straight here because now we got the Bible says that they're making their children twice the children of hell as they are. They're rejected from heaven. Depart from me, ye cursed, for what they're doing. You got to understand. So the people that moved in and raised their kids to think like the way that they do, that we're all animals. That's the issue. And now you got people being bought out like stupid. You got, let me get where they can see me so they don't think they think. I'll be right back. I have to go get me some tea. But Stu Peters, who else? They all come on Alex Jones, Nick Fuentes, and Myron, and it's all of them. Then it goes back to, well, let me break it down for you. And whether it's intentional or not, they're raised to think like this, and they admit it. And we have clips and receipts. So we're going to break down more people admitting to the supremacy, former Jews. And you're like, what do you mean a former Jew? Well, this idea that there's good Jews, according to former Jews, is nonsense. It needs to be investigated if it is nonsense, or the potential for being nonsense, just like anything else. So that's the issue. We're not here going nuts. We're not here attacking all of them. Again, the ones that are former Jew and honest about it, we talk to them online. We're trying to invite them on my radio show and my podcast here. If you're a former Jew, or even a current Jew that would like to defend it, I would have some questions. And let's go down real quick. If you don't know, the Jew in America being 100%, whatever it may be, they do have a breakaway idea in most cases. Not every Jew is deep into it. You got the non-practicing, which to me, contrary to what Stupid thinks now and what he's promoting, and I think it's the opposite. The non-practicing seem to be the less evil and the ones that are more honest about this crap. Like from Sugar to TikTok, random people, it seems to be the ones that aren't practicing any of this crap, from the Talmud to the Kabbalah and everything else. Now, everyone lying about the Talmud, practicing the Talmud, that are practicing Jews, or even a lot of the non-practice associated with practicing that do then, you have to understand, Israel's sin is the practice of the Talmud. It was what was being promoted in Germany. It's not of the Torah, the Tanakh, or the Bible. It's of the separate secret teachings that they're the chosen, or what they're telling us, they're the chosen, they get the sin, it's irrelevant, but in reality, they couldn't part with their sin, and he said, depart from me in Matthew 25. So, yeah, it's to the point now that we got clips, and it even hit the news, national news, major countries, that Jewish kids, we used to prank call people. We used to ding dong ditch, or some of the rednecks back then, N-word knocking. No offense to anybody, but hey, um, but, uh, but this is a whole new level of prank calling. And this isn't, of course, the scammers and the Jewish people that make money have worked together to do stuff like this. But who allows their kids to have a countrywide trend of prank calls, and where they go and trick mainly the elderly Americans, I guess, anyone that's pro-pally, that they're here to kids, but they're just robbing them, just like people in the India call centers do, which I think is wild, very wild. So we're going to get into that on this late night show. I don't know, I think 11 o'clock would be perfect for now. If we can find a spot in the day, we might move it, but I don't know. We're gonna try 11 o'clock. We kind of stream multiple times a day when I find more stuff to talk about and have nothing going on. On the YouTube, this is DJ DIAKO number 2, and I got DJ DIAKO number 5. That's DJ Diaco 55 and DJ Diaco 2 on YouTube. And on TikTok, I'm DJ Diaco 55, and the Earth is Flat Bros, my last account's left. So if you're watching on YouTube, I appreciate it. We're going to get into this because they're also pretending to be Palestinian. They're dressing up like Palestinians, even though most of their stuff is stolen from Palestine, like the scarf like thing. I don't know what it's, can't remember the name of it. That's stolen. Their food's all stolen from everywhere else, from hummus to the Texas barbecue brisket. Yes, Israel is claiming that as one of theirs. So my favorite Israeli dish, meaning that it's their type of barbecue. So Texans that are noticing should at least be offended that they are claiming the barbecue. So if you want to know that we're on Revolt Radio 90.1, check the website, radio station. We're trying to get each star gets us a watt, right? Or a few watts or however. Go check it out. We're working on a meter right now where you can buy watts for a new transmitter. When we get enough for this many watts, we get the transmitter in the tower. Well, you know, check that out. But we're going to take a little break. Just getting started. This is the RFO show. We have the rights, fair use. We're on DJ Dico 55. And we might, I don't think we can go on TikTok too, unless she turns off everything in there. So we're good. So it's going to be a little extreme. You see a lot of pastors going this extreme. Well, we're going to go and double down and break it down. The Bible rejects these people, and that we're not friends with these people. That they're no Jew or Gentile in Galatians. I'm standing on it. You know what I'm saying? So they're over here in this separate breakaway society. Let's get into it real quick before we go to the break. That's what I was trying to say. Sorry. You got a break? I get sidetracked. A break, and I'm trying to break it all down. Didn't go into it. So they go to. I found out here just in Oklahoma, where I'm at, for local radio listeners, that Hebrew school they go like one day a week, from kindergarten all the way to high school, Wednesday evening, and then Sunday school. We have Sunday school and we got Saturday extracurriculars, after school activities, and a 5-day week prison style DOE, DOC, Department of Education, Department of Corrections, the same buses, the same common areas, the same cells, classrooms, lockers. You put your shit in like you would at prison until you get back. Come on, folks. This is where I'm at. This is where everybody's at. And we can't pretend it anymore. If there's no Jew or Gentile, and Jesus and God both said in the Bible that you killed the Savior, what I'm saying, that you're going to the hell for being Jew, why would you want to even identify as Jew? Why would you even try to say that I'm a Christ Jew? I'm not a Pharisee, Trump's my Messiah, because he's got the crown of Torah now right there in the White House, which is in their law. Whoever gets the crown of Torah, we give that to the Messiah. It's in Talmudic law. Oh, it's not. So, we interview all the time on here, on TikTok mainly, and I'm trying to get back to streaming it on here. But we go on lives and we interview these people. Oh, it's not. Dude, you're lying. They got the obvious. They can't lie worth a damn. It says in there you have to lie about it. Stop lying about it and dropping me. Quit coming on this app saying you need to get good and getting all triggered and offended. If you're just going to skip over this, like we're not going to talk about this book. We're going to talk about this book because you got a breakaway society. You started this with 8 genders. Now there's 33. That's Jewish. Every sin that comes in is protected. That comes here since we blessed Israel, Saudi blessed Israel, all this other crap. It's like all the sin comes in now. The Saudi Arabia is proof. 10 years ago they didn't have all the bars, you can take your wife to theaters and she don't have to wear the mask, and it's like, holy crap, they got tattoos and Popeye's chicken in Saudi Arabia now that the Saudi family, Ashkenazi Jew, took over thanks to America's help. That was all just so they could get their sin in other countries, folks. That's all it was. And when you understand that it was the Jews that said they met their deal, they made their bed and said, fuck it, we're going to own being demons. It's like when these rappers sell their soul, they'll do they die, they're gonna own it. But no, this is me. Like who was it? See that song with The Weeknd? Begging on the knees to be popular. What's her name? That chick? Oh, my brain's not working. Madonna. Sorry, I almost had to type it in. I typed the weekend. So Madonna is in the song, talk about selling her soul. I try to own it, but I just can't. So you know what I'm saying? She couldn't do it. Or she's done it this long, and now she's regretting it. She's getting older, and now she knows what's going to happen. So we're going to get right back into it. It's the RFO show on Revolt Radio 90.1. Feel free to rebroadcast this to your small radio station. And feel free to help us figure out time slots for your advertising and fit that in, because I need some breaks. It's like a 2-3 hour thing here. We're going to get into it. I'm going to get me some tea. I ain't got time for this crap. They're lying. They're all lying. We're going to play. If you want, do we need to go back through the clips of the Jews saying you're admitting to it? The 80s, the 90s, today, and even further back. 1800s, 1200s, 1100s. Come on, the original Martin Luther, not Martin Luther King Jr. He changed his name to be inspired after the original Martin Luther, the historian from the 1800s, was disgusted by what was in Talmud. So they were burning Talmuds then. They're burning Talmuds all the way back to the 1100s. Because the crime, evil, the supremacy. Oh, they were burning Talmuds in Germany, folks. And now that we're having this conversation, and now that people aren't buying it no more, they're trying to control the narrative. With, again, they've been paying Arabs or dressing Israelis up as Arabs. A lot of these dark Palestinians have been brainwashed that they're Israeli from the youth. Their parents aren't telling them, no, we're Palestinian. Or maybe their parents, they were displaced from their original parents. But you see a lot of these, I'm Israeli. They're talking like they're dark, they're black, or they're brown, Palestinian like, and it's like, dude, you're black, you're African. Like, what do you mean you're Jew? So we're not a race. It's either a race or a religion or a way. Why can't we just be honest? We're all one race, shades of wheat. We're all different shades of wheat, folks. A lot of science behind that. So you know what I mean? We get somewhere on that deal. Then I don't know. We'll get into it right after this. Jews pretending to be Palestinians, and if you're getting a call by young kids from Israel, or if you have, we'd love to have you on the show of how you got tricked or whatever, how they're trying to scam you, whatever it may be. We're looking for any information that you got. Anybody that's been to Israel. And those of you Christians that don't understand that Judeo-Christian is oxymoronic, the Bible literally says that's bullshit right there in red. Well, you can at me. You can either come up, put up your information, do your own research, and go to Israel yourself and see how disgusting these people are. I've interviewed them for years. I'm tired of it. I watched Hezbollah, or however you say his name, that Palestinian YouTuber. The fact with a million subscribers, nobody's buying it no more. They're disgusting. They continue to say how nasty we are and how we're food. We're like chicken. We're animals. We're slave. We're covered. We got to flatten the world or repopulate it with Jews. Right now, a video just leaked of Netanyahu reading a book about how they lost to the Romans. They lost pretty badly. We're losing now, so we need to figure out what went wrong. What went wrong is the sin, the supremacy, the world domination, the lying about it right to our face, and then admitting it on your own cameras back home in Israel, on your TV network, everywhere else. Get the fuck out of here. Murdering babies. And people are fighting me still. I could still skip around, and some of the religious, Christian, whatever channels have ads. Oh, yeah, do you want to save a Jew? Do I want to save a goddamn disgusting rich Jew that they're hit 18, they get $100,000+ and they're fine. They don't need to be saved from anything but themselves, to be honest with you. So yeah, again, why are you playing these advertisements? The Jews are fine. The Jews are protected. They're in UN Jew protecting countries. The Palestinians are the ones almost completely wiped off the map now. Oh, it's just post October 7th, not in my name. That's the current narrative too. Not my name, Jews coming up in here. Or, oh, it's clearly them. It happened in 109. They're wrong, disgusting. I hate them. I hate Israel. I'm a Jew. But I'm an American Jew. I don't want nothing to do with anybody from Israel or defending that disgusting bullshit. Again, not in my name. It's the religion. And you would part with the religion. Like, oh, I'm just ethnically. You wouldn't even know, bro. Like, hell no. That's like saying I'm ethnically cannibal. No, we're all one race. I don't even know if I can say that. But, I mean, we're all one race. The human race. We're all different shades of wheat. You feed white people nothing but oranges, especially kids are going to have an orange tint to their face. If you feed them junk, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think the reason we're so pale is because we eat junk, to be honest with you. We're out here getting this fucking LED light. Look at the people on the equator, folks. They're all dark. From the Pacific Islands all the way India, Africa, South America, Mexico. Is it safe to say getting goddamn more sun than us people here up north? Oh shit, the Indians are dark too. But again, our modern history tells us that white guys like to hide out from the sun inside, and the natives rather just sit out in the sun and get cooked all day till we turn to a crisp. So again, I need to get this break in, folks. Give me some sweet tea. Now we're just going to doom scroll. And along the doom scroll, I'll even search for some of this. I'm just going to show you more of the admitted Jewish supremacy, the views. I'm going to read the views for the radio listeners. Instagram, Facebook, uncensoring this pro-Yahtzee information. They didn't tell us that during the time of the Mustache Man, 95% of America, or 90%, was against even being involved with a high-rising Yahtzee party that filled up the Madison Square Garden or something like that. Which they said, oh, you can't bring the symbols. Okay, they signed the papers. As soon as they signed the papers, they pulled in with all the Yahtzee symbols. So they were defending the Mustache Man during it here in America and completely wiped that from the youth's history. I'm pissed off. And not that I'm defending them, but I got to find out why. Why I got to look at the evidence and the facts. Why there was a high defense for that guy and was completely lied, said that that's not true. Why we should have never been involved. How we fought, how a lot of American generals, soldiers, and even from many countries, including America, to be honest with you, agree or say that we're on the wrong side and we fought on the wrong side. We'll play clips of them too crying. It's not what they were tricked into going and bombing innocent people that aren't a part of our regime. And that's defending our country. But it's not. These people don't want nothing to do with us, really, because we're an evil country. Our sin. They don't want our bombs. They don't want our... We're going to make everybody think that they're poor when food grows free. Get over there, they don't have to pay for food. Over there, cool. Their house is paid for. Everybody gets a house. Until the Jews take over with America and who have British backing. So we're going to get into it. And you mean to tell me the UK and London and British is three different things? Oh, I thought they were the Brits. No, I think that's Yiddish Englanders that live in the England nations. How come they're like white and got the same facial hair and features as white people in America, but they don't claim to be white? The Jews on records say they want to exterminate the white man. Multiple rabbis. Multiple rabbis admit to the sin, the supremacy, and to the if she's under 3. You know, if she's under 3, folks, sodomy's legal if you're a Jew, I think any age. But they say it's like a normalized thing in the religion. They do it all across. They do it across America. That's why a bunch of Jewish pedophiles, according to CBS News, are fleeing to Israel for protection. Literally said Jewish pedophiles. It's because it's normal, you guys. It's allowed. And people, you don't tell nobody that it's allowed. That especially if they're under 3. The hymen breaks. It allegedly reheals to be broken again, and they never get caught. Look at the bop, 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 all on 3-year-olds. And all I gotta do, if I was one of you doing that, is just say I'm Jew. And I'm, oh, damn it, we can't do nothing. Send them to Israel. What? That's disgusting. If the natives were doing that, if the Muslims were out here doing that, and that was part of their religion, it's not. Sharia law, which bans usury. That's crazy. I don't think Sharia law, even if it did say that, I don't think they're doing that. Come on, folks. We'll be right back. Free Folk Radio. Midnight, 91. The Midnight Special, the Midnight Trip. They said it was the devil's hour, but I think it's God's hour to get information. The Bible says, a day utters speech. That's time to ramble and tell everybody. But a night unto night utters knowledge. And what I take from that, it's a verse I found that nobody really heard in my family, and that I found in regards to like flat earth, but it applies to every in the truth, is that night times when everybody's like realizing they're tripping on psychedelics and they're coming to the realization that they've been lied to, or when you're really trying to break down this rabbit hole you don't want to admit NASA lied, you usually come to a conclusion at 3 in the morning while stoned or tripping out on psychedelics that you were lied to. And so the 3 hours of time for knowledge. Devil's hour, I don't know. The devil's knowledge, I think the Jews put that in there. I think Jews, the story of him for 33 years, we're missing that, man. We just skip all this time him being an adult right before he dies. And we get that bit. We don't get to hear what he was learning in India and everywhere else in Egypt. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff that they took out, folks. But we got the Ethiopian Bibles and everything else. I mean, so stick with us. Revolt Radio 90.1. I don't know what the hell I could play for the radio. We'll play this Confederate thing. For the radio listeners, we'll play this deal. Tell me what you need. New music to talk. Check it out. done. Boy, it's always. Shit, sorry, Leo. Come on, buddy. You in here or no? Okay. Alright. Let's wait for the radio. We're back. But we gotta wait for the radio. Just gonna doom scroll for a minute. I don't win with game. Look at him. You know what I do? Yeah. Okay. It's the mood. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Let's try Facebook this time, because Facebook's. They don't know those things. They don't understand all the bills. Like, you know, the tires in the middle of the state. So he's not getting there either. Brandon Joe Williams. Now he's saying, I don't know. Alright, hang on, YouTube. Hang on, YouTube. Well, we're back. Or something. Or guideline. I got a strike. Hang on, let me get my fucking YouTube ready. I mean, the radio ready. I'm not. We got Radio 90.1 and DJ Daiko on YouTube. We're not waiting any longer. 7 minutes for the rest of that clip. We can play it later and then delete some of these things, but we also want them on there. I'll think about it here in a minute. We're trying to get things shortened down. Again, we're doom scrolling here on YouTube on the RFO show. Here we go. This is pretty funny. One of the funniest scenes of the year. You have to watch it to see, but yeah, of course, you'll recognize that guy, a couple of these guys' voice. I think it's little Franco in the back, too. So let's get it. Try not to peek. 21 grams of shrooms! What's I don't know what happened to you, Ian Carroll, but please don't let them compromise you to say that it's not all of them, bro. It's their religion, bro. If we're gonna say it's the non-practicing, I'd rather be with a non-practicing or someone that says I'm no longer identify as a J, and then say, you know what I mean? Like, but let's get into it. Are we showing the screen or not? No, it's not fucking working. Oh my god, shit. Oh wait, hang on. We did a fucking it, fucking it, fucking it. Yeah, okay, it is. Shall we? Well, you know it's.
You are kidding me. Do you see what I see? What? Ladies and gentlemen, what there? They have marked the video private.
Hey, chat, you found it? You guys say that you found it on Apple Podcasts? What podcast am I looking up? Podcasts. Do you guys see what's happening in the chat? Do you guys see what's happening in the chat right now? Everybody look in the chat. Those are all first-time Twitch chatters. We start playing it on podcasts, and then we start getting chat spammed by bots? Something is still going on in the chat right now, live on the stream. All from this. As he starts talking about Epstein and replay theory. Right? They may be trying to get my stream pulled for bots. They're trying to crash this. That was timing. Suspicious figure in this case. And Candace has been doing a lot into him ground, but so have a lot of other people. And Baron Coleman, who has been made famous for finding the Google search trend stuff, he started watching a whole bunch of Pastor Rob's and realized that some really stuff got said. And he stumbled across one sermon in particular that was very interesting. And based on what happened, it getting taken down midstream, it seems significant. And so then when I went to go listen to it on Apple Podcasts, to my stream seems even like add to the significance. And so I felt like I wanted to give both like as much of the whole thing as possible, because I think that what's in this podcast is probably pretty important to listen to. And he says very blasphemous stuff about Christianity. Here's what happened on my live stream today when I tried to listen to Rob McCoy's missing podcast.
Other things, and you saw.
Have they pulled the video?
The mass inject of more than half the world's population with that drug is the worst thing that has ever happened in the history of species. And I know that's very, very difficult for a lot of people to accept, particularly people who've had it. We are now living in the aftermath of that. And the very long time, it's not like lots of people died and now they finished dying. And obviously we want people will keep dying, keep being extremely ill, probably be infertile, affected in all kinds of different ways for years and years, I'm afraid. People have to kind of accept that that thing took place, and anybody involved at any kind of hole with making that happen.
He pissed me off, so I put his tires on. What's the big deal?
Come on, Ricky. You're better than that.
No, I'm not. And this? Who told you that? They were lying. Okay, the next thing you're probably going to say is, this isn't who. Oh, yes, it is. I'm the guy that carries around a valve stem removal tool in his front pocket. That is the person I choose to wake up and eat every day.
Wait a minute, you took his valve stems out? I thought you slashed his tires.
No, tires don't teach people lessons. Okay, what I did was a 12-volt air compressor on the hood with 4 valve stems, the tool, and a note that said, you were being a dick. Work on yourself. So he'll be out there in that parking lot putting those valve stems back in and airing up his tires in about 2 psi a minute. So he's got plenty of time.
Is it really worth it, though? I mean, getting a compressor, putting it on his hood, writing notes, and all that.
Is it worth it? You heard an enemy's tire go, psh, shit will make you feel better than John Hancock when he signed the Declaration of Independence.
Well, if that's the part you enjoy, why don't you just walk around and slash him and be done with it and just leave out the extra stuff?
Because I'm an asshole monster. He pissed me off, so I put his tires on fire.
October 31st. The city streets for the holiday. October 31st.
You gotta hear the life, I swear. Okay.
I didn't do that for months. I didn't drop a bomb on Paris. I asked for surrender 5 before we attacked Warsaw. Everything was refused. I asked that the women and children be sent out of the area. Not even the parliamentarian was received. Everything was rejected. And only then I decide to do what's permitted under any martial law.
Gotta hear this one song. They'll change your life.
Now's not the time. And I'm talking about North Korea not being that bad. Now's not the time. Now's the time. It's trending right now on social media, folks. Holy shit, Batman. But they're putting all these movie clips.
Honestly, ladies and gentlemen, he flew 1,200 miles with the wind at his back into the inside of this planet.
The inside or the beyond? Oh my
Not
God.
a molten core, far from it. Continental shells, bigger than the surface.
Did you know that just one view, 1% saves a horse? Easy. That's how the algorithm works. I need your help. We are right now trying to help 15 horses.
You know what's hilarious to me is the last time in the 1930s Germany, when someone was trying to
Oh, it's not.
and right now there's another country that's trying to do the same thing, make an ethno state. What country is that? You know what's hilarious?
Yeah, so it was have supremacy and
It's the last time in the 1930s Germany, someone was trying to start a
chosen race, and then they somehow convinced the world that it was the German race instead. That's crazy.
World War II. What's your opinion on that? You were heavily criticized for saying the bad guys won World War II.
Well, that's kind of fact. What's scary about it is we in the American public that doesn't even risk, like if you go the average person on the street, do you realize that the Allied forces with people don't even know that. We're not about the fact that the Russian we fought with in World War II are a definitive communist nation.
Well, I mean,
how do we just hit that?
Well, I think it goes a little bit deeper than that. I mean, they had, Holocaust, genocide or whatever you want to call it.
Yes.
20, 30 million Christians. And
yeah, amen,
and
sir.
nobody mentions
Yes, they
that.
did.
Nobody mentions that.
Not
so
never. They never mention it.
But why are the guys that we decided to become allies with? I mean, to me, what he had done prior to World War II, worse than anything that in World War II. Whether you acknowledge, the rhetoric or the programming or whatever you've been taught about World War II, 6 million Jews died in World War II. That's still a third, a fourth of what happened previously to Christians. Why does nobody give a shit about that? One partner.
Well, it's obvious. I think it's obvious why nobody gives a shit.
Yeah, the Bolshevik Revolution, it was 80% Jewish.
Or two, what's your opinion on that? I saw you were heavily criticized for saying the bad guy won World War II.
Well, that's.
How are you?
And when you're being alone, that's a time. That's how I see it. When you're alone.
Hey there, Billy. Did you hear about Donald Trump? On what? Oh, no. I ain't paid Spectrum in like 5 months. They went ahead and cut my cable off, and I got bored one night and took my phone apart, so I can't check that either. So, do you support Donald Trump? No. Okay, so you're a Southern Democrat. Wrong again, Big Rig. Both. What? Well, then what do you support? I'll tell you what I support. Not taking these government roads. You know why it costs $70 to go to Lexington now? I gotta go 60 miles that fucking way, and then 60 miles that fucking way, when I could just cut through a field and go 30 miles that fucking way. Oh. I also support and I pay taxes. Because what do you mean you need 6% of everything I make? I mow yards for a living. I cut grass. 6% I make a month is like $24. What am I paying for the White House? It's Netflix account or something? And how come if someone punches me in the face, clog them in the head, we both still gotta go to court? Huh? It's settled. Motherfucker! Well, to prove what happened. To prove it! They did prove it! They put it on cops! They put it to the whole fucking country, not just... I still had to pay court costs. What would I pay them to do? What did I pay them to do? Why are hollering? Also, they busted my fucking moonshine seal up. Did I tell you about that? Tax evasion, ABC regulation violations, and all this fucking shit. Well, yeah, it's illegal. I wasn't even selling it. I needed to sleep at night. I've been divorced 8 times. You say, you take some NyQuil. No, NyQuil for them 2 divorced motherfuckers. I pay taxes. I pay taxes on the sugar. I pay taxes on the coffee. What am I doing wrong? Billy, the neighbor is knocking on the door. Yeah, he's like, would you calm down? I'll tell you another thing I got in trouble with the government for. Just because you tell the government I'd left this woman and married this woman, they tried to put me in me charged with some shit called bigamy. Bigamy! That sounds like some curse that a witch would put on a face for. Bunch of witches in the White House. There, Billy.
The only thing bigger than my manner is my willingness to lie about the size.
Nick Fuentes is trying to play y'all in order to put Charlie in one of the most disgustingly abhorrent ways I've seen in a long time. And I really hope you guys aren't falling for your dish. Play y'all in order to profit off of the death of Charlie, one of the most disgusting ways. And I really hope you guys aren't.
Get this bar off. Shut up, Jew! We can now.
Nick Fuentes is trying to...
Hey there, Billy.
Where do you see yourself in 10 years?
My Tesla is sick, and I'm putting this warning out there to anyone who is a Tesla owner. I highly recommend you drive super often. I drove all the time to national parks, about 30,000 miles a year, and it made me sick, and it's taken a while with sunlight in order for me to fix the problem. And if you want to learn more, follow me, and we can discover more about these.
Ask this simple question: who is the inter-party? Most cases don't have one. No victim, no human being, just. But the state is a corporation, a fiction, a logo. It can't bleed, can't suffer, can't take the stand. Without a verified claim, there's no crime, only commerce. They don't want a real claimant because a real human takes the case out of their hands. Ask this simple question.
I think I believe in
What? What happened?
I was trying to make the boys a smoothie. Our 2-year-old blender motor just died. So I asked my mom if I could borrow her blender. And then I realized it's the same one we used when I was a kid. And her mom had given it to her.
So now you believe in the moon landing?
I mean, they say NASA got to the moon using technology that's not even as advanced as your phone. But I look at that blender and think, they got there because they don't make them like they used to. Anything.
Yeah, they must have been better at blocking the negative effects of the Van Allen radius back then. Phones were better too. The president calling the moon on a landline?
Wait, you want to be a moon landing denier?
My whole life I've been surrounded by normies. I'm a normie. I married you and more interesting. Don't become normie, Emily. Instead, that'll get your wheels turning.
I love that you love me.
Don't let them keep you down.
I think I believe in the moon landing.
What? What happened?
I was trying to make the boys when our 2-year-old blender motor died. So I asked my mom if I could borrow her.
Bet you didn't know you could make your own fuel. Check it out.
There you go. How to biofuel at home. Here's how to the fuel storage to preserve it. Here's how you can proof your generator and car. And you can even charge your phone with electricity. This book is an excellent. Every copy has 70 different DIY survival projects help you so it goes down. This is the No Good Civic book. I'll leave a link down here. Here's the date before it sells out again.
Bet you didn't know.
Texas is enough. Everybody understanding how severe the situation really is. That violations that are taking place when CPS takes a. Okay, listen, this is not legal advice. I am up. Okay, so here's the situation. Say, for example, CPS shut your house with no warrant, no quarter, no probable cause, child is in actual imminent danger. And yet, they show up to your home with police officer, somebody with a badge and a gun. Now, Child Protective Services, they're showing up to your house for a civil matter, not a criminal matter. And they're using that police officer for intimidation tactics. That's your criminal offense. Now the police officer and the CPS agent are in conspiracy to violate your protected rights. You have time, take a look at Title 18 U.S. Code subsection 241 to 42. Now let's take that further. Now say the CPS agent says, hey, we have to come home and take a look around. Well, she just said they have to. They're making you believe that you have no other choice to let them in your home. That's called a Fourth Amendment violation. Well, if you don't let us in, we're going to remove your children. If you don't sign this plan, we're going to remove your children. That's coercion, intimidation, threats, extortion, blackmail. That's about 4 or 5 different felonies right there alone. Now the police officer steps in and he says, well, ma'am, I suggest you just cooperate with CPS and let her do her job. Well, now the police officer just committed another crime. The police is there for a civil matter. A police officer cannot interject himself into a civil matter. They can inject themselves into that situation as if that civil matter turned into a criminal matter. So the police officer using his badge and his gun as an intimidation, making you believe if you don't cooperate, you're going to go to jail. So at this point, you've let them into you've been threatened and first and to make you believe that you have to sign a safety plan. Now, the CPS wants to take pictures of your child without consent. They want to take your child into the next room and interrogate your child, saying that you have to do this. Nope, not even close. Now, they want to remove your child because of something your child said that was misconstrued or misunderstood, because your child is a child and your child doesn't know how to explain details like we do as adults. So now remove your child. They put your child in their vehicle, which may or may not be insured to transport children, and then they transport that child to their office. You guys, that's called kidnapping. They're not just violating your rights, they're violating the child's rights as well. Knowing willingly. It's not only kidnapping, but it's false imprisonment. At this point, how many violations have you counted up? Federal violations, violations of due process, violating GPS policies and procedures. And they're doing all of that because your child is inventory to them.
doing all of that. You're trafficking your children for federal. You guys, these are federal crimes that these people are committing. Federal offenses. Violations of the Constitution. Violations of their oath of office. The only way that's going to stop is if they're arrested, charged with treason, and hung. Guys, knowledge is power. Yes, sir.
Cease that we can still shoot people, right? Iran. That's a spooky, huh? That make you scared? Make you scared? Since when it self-directed evolution means that we can still shoot people, right? Iran. That's a spooky, huh? That make you scared? Make you scared? Since when is it illegal to wipe an entire group of people off of the planet? Forget. Actually, we aren't starving anyone. It's that these people have a condition where they need food and water to live. Why is it so mean to me? What did I even do? Yeah, well, they were evil babies, so they were throwing. I hate you. Can I have another $20 billion? Oh, thanks. Wow, South Africa. We were pals. We were buddies. We went way. We have nukes. Not telling. Movie was evil. What did Bravia even do wrong? Don't look. I'm just a small country. I mean, I do have nuclear weapons. I'm the biggest army in the region, and I'm the biggest superpower in the world. But I'm just a small country. Ceasefire. People, right? That's spooky, huh? You live on the tail. I know about my modest enhancement. You gotta tell the fact that I can't have a damn millions of years, and it reminds me of what we can achieve. It's like this. Now show me the tail. Slowly. That's cool. Did you Iris and Beast? Wait, one more time. How is the boy? Did you Iris and Beast?
The Epstein email that were supposed to be a host. I'll be false anyone now. Just keep that naming information private. Liquidating everything. Marco, Shell. I have to go get some more tea, but we're cooked.
Oh, hey. Glad I caught you. One of the best things about representing court, you get to see firsthand, if you know a little bit about the law, you get to see how many different ways they're trying to fuck you. Let me show you what. Here is my final judgment and permanent injunction against me because the courts believe I'm practicing law without license, and yet they show no evidence in that. So this is the final judgment down. If you notice anything on the page, let me know. But we're going to skip down the last page of the document where the signature is. You see that? Okay. That is the signature of this idiot judge right here. I'm not quite sure why it says honorable right there. But let's go back up to the top of this, shall we? The court file stamp. Does anybody see where the court actually filed this into the record? That's a big fuck up. How are they supposed to enforce an order from the court without it actually being filed by the court clerk? Now, after the final hearing, big fuck up. Let's go back up to the top of Maui. Where's the court file stamp? Does they see where the court actually filed this into the record? That's a big fuck up. How are they supposed to enforce an order from the court without it being filed by the court clerk? Now, after the final hearing, I actually filed a motion for facts and findings from the judge. If you don't know what that is, I'll tell you what it is. So for facts and findings is me simply requesting the judge saying, hey, tell me what you used in legal persuade you to make that decision. What are you using? What statutes, codes, conclusion? Well, I received it back today, and let me show you what it says. Here's the first page. Can anybody recognize something that's missing? Anybody? Yeah. Let's go down to the bottom page where the judge's signature is supposed to be. Oh, what's that? Oh, just a little scribbly mark with no judge's name, no jurisdiction, nothing listed. But this is the and facts and conclusions. This document shows such thing. It has no actual indication of what laws she was using, what presidential case law, Texas state code, nothing of the sort. She mentions nothing of where she actually came to a proper conclusion of law using actual law. You guys, these are going to violate your rights all day long and take advantage of you if you know the fucking law. And you're going to help you either. You guys, knowledge is power. Oh, hey. Hey.
I love you, brother. Shout out to Dallas.
Why do y'all? I can drive from Lake Placid, Florida, over to Sanford, Florida. Load my truck, an Amtrak, and ride all the way to Virginia. My truck, all the way to Virginia. You know what I'm saying? I can move around in that area. I get ready to put my truck back and drive. Why y'all ain't tell me?
Yo, a thing that wasn't that popular for the rich, but you're telling me that Amtrak still allows you to, like, not just dealers and whatnot, to move cars across the country to other dealerships, but, like, if you want to just hop onto an Amtrak, you and your car, and they can move you somewhere with your car to get there quicker and maybe cut the time and the gas, you know what I'm saying, and save money. Car show, you know what I'm saying, but you don't want to haul it on the trailer. You don't want to pull a trailer and then have to drive the car just around the neighborhood, the trailer and back. But you also don't want to drive, it gets too hot and you can't drive at 8 hours. That's crazy. I got to look that up. What? Oh my God. Take your car on a... Yo. I know the title of this episode was... The main part of the show is the doom scroll and see what we learned. But we'll go in and look and prove the title of the Jewish books. The Jewish Muslim that's been coming out. Like... This book I've never seen till this week called Arab Lobby. It's the newest zionist trend. Just to look at this book. Yeah, a Jew wrote it. Yeah, there's no facts. A Jew wrote it. Well, here's what they say: take your vehicle. Oh God, on a road trip, leaving the drive bumper to bumper to traffic on I-95, endless road, wear and tear on your engine. Your next vacation shouldn't come with the baggage of a road trip. The auto train will take you and your vehicle non-stop between Lorton, Virginia, near Washington, D.C., and Sanford, Florida, Orlando. Pack your... It's probably going to go cross-country soon. Let's see if we can play a clip. crazy.
Trips are awesome. The train takes us and our car on a trip.
Alright, let's get our bag.
Dad packs everything in the car, even my bike. The train is so big, car gets its own room. There's dinner.
Mac and cheese.
And grown-up drinks. We got to play games. But then we have to go to sleep. And when we wake up, we're there. Dad says the train helps keep our trees green, so it's there to send our...
But to save money, because you're paying for the room, the transport, and food, cleaning, the storage of the car. But could I just sleep in the car and just pay for the food and the... That is cool, though. Let's get back on top.
Am I tripping, or is this nowadays? I can't watch TV without get up on my screen. Rapper percent, cause they don't know how to cook and clean. All these men they have fathers, so they have to leave your church. They said America, they don't stop. America more I gon' torture. God told you, but you keep ignoring. We pick us, you hit them horns. That's your final warning.
It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So we're gonna put pink ribbons on everything that we sell. I don't need to see all the ingredients that cause cancer. No. Packaging? Don't you like it? Don't you want to collect it? It's pink. Don't you want our products more in this month because it's pink? It's Breast Cancer Awareness.
Yeah, all you fucking fake brands in schools that feed...
Every single war we have has been a human sacrifice ritual. Even Holocaust. You know what the word Holocaust means? No. Sacrifice. Aztecs were doing, the Incas were doing. Incas got the terra preta, this earth that like helped plants grow. It was like cycling farming. They didn't have to work really hard. The Aztecs. That's their perfect calendar. They got that sacred knowledge after sacrificing a bunch of humans. The little mustache man figured out, oh, if you sacrifice a bunch of humans to the gods, they'll give you...
It was a 95...
Real thing if it wasn't for America. Americans quite literally the government. Israel wouldn't have as big of balls as they do if it weren't having the complete, utter physical and financial backing of the U.S. Israel would...
I'm really not worried about my girl right now in LA, so I gotta...
Yeah, if you try and make sure that she's not fucking around, you will increase the chances that she does. No.
Okay, she's gonna cheat. If she's gonna cheat.
It's like if I told you don't think about elephants. What are you thinking about?
Right now, elephants.
Right? Like, so I'm just saying, telling a girl like don't cheat on me. I'm
really not worried about my girl right now in LA, so I gotta...
If you
that's fact, look, bro. Just bang the shit out of her, bro. And if she wants to go, let her go. If she's for the streets, she'll let you know. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
this is a chart of adoption bonus checks. That's when DCS takes a child, terminates the parental rights of their parents forever, and adopts them out to strangers, they get a bonus check. It's from $10,000 to $15,000. And this is all the states. This is a chart of adoption.
A judge just discovered a flaw in America's largest surveillance network. It's a nightmare for anyone who drives a car. Safety. They have cameras in thousands of cities that create a searchable map of your life. They sold it to police as a private system, but a judge in Washington just ruled that photo their cameras take is a public record. In theory, that means anyone, your angry ex, a stalker, or investigator, could file a request to see a log of where you drive. And the cities are so terrified of this ruling, they're now in panic. This one ruling in Washington just exposed a private surveillance network across the U.S. When you drive every day, might not be right after all. A judge just discovered a flaw in America's largest private for anyone who drives a car.
They showed in DNA sequence of COVID-19 was identical to cobra toxin, and then when I showed the graphic, it shows there's 3 parts of really close similarity to the rabies virus. Cobra toxin of these 2 snakes.
and then not to mention a carrier with the graphene and the HIV, which people have tried to beat me up, accusing me of saying that they're going around and getting AIDS? No, they injected us all with AIDS and made it shed out through your skin onto mine. Well, I have
Rabies
it too
virus
by now.
all target one receptor in the human body. They're called alpha-nicotinic acetylcholine receptors. For short, they're called nicotine receptors. They showed and proved that the DNA sequence of COVID-19 was identical to cobra toxin and then cobra toxin, bunga toxin, two snakes, and rabies virus, all called
School is a scam. Society says we're supposed to send our children off at the tender age of 5 to a government institution.
No one just proved Charlie Kirk was shot to the ground, not a roof. He asked if there were any front openings nearby that found a large tunnel out by the stage. This was asphalted over 3 days after the murder. Yo! Who asphalts over? No. One of the biggest assassinations in modern times, and you're gonna asphalt over that? They murked the nearby Dairy Queen, folks. So there's no question of whether or not the Jews murdered this guy for noticing at this point, folks. I gotta find that. Hang on. Tummy full of edible gummies, I'm feeling yummy. That's crazy! Shut up. Tummy full. It comes right up on Google. Use my use. Yo. That's crazy. Cause I had a badass hook, but it got deleted. That would have That's the new shit, but damn.
These are the new audio glasses, and
the
they're not just stylish. They actually help you hear better as well.
This one's cool. No. What was the song? Mo Beats. I don't remember. Righteous. Yeah, it don't matter. Revolt Radio 90.1 here, top of the hour. It's gonna come. You know, it's gonna warm up to the 80s, probably in around the area with a chance of rain. Later this week. Details later for the radio listeners. You're here, this motherfucking bleak. Yeah, just by the way, we know about the tunnels now. Yeah, sight the airplane where he I don't know where he went to. I don't know, just like his plane flew, dropped off somewhere, and then came back, and I don't know. It was just very weird. that. Crazy no. He woke up like Truman. Come on, son. He had dreams about it every day. He told her. He's not gonna have we're not gonna let him have Candace back on the show. As you know, I fired her, and we're just not going to do it. Us Jews have to try to control the data. We just take over everything. Oh. Like, get the fuck out of here, dude. Like, I'm tired of this shit. I'm just gonna admit that it's the dude.
You have distraction, guys. The praying is not as much. You're not seeking the Father.
All right, thank you so much for your patience. So now you were saying that I don't necessarily note, you said?
No, ma'am. No, if it comes to a point where there's a month, you won't be able to make your payment on your due date, and you want to, ask for deferment, we have a payment specialist that'll take care of that for you. This is something that you have to add to your promissory note. Okay. And what about all right, thank you so much for your
Trump blowing Bill Clinton. The photos. No way. The elites just have worldwide blackmail on each other. That's how. There's no way he blew.
God, there's a picture of him grabbing Bill Clinton's nuts. Yo! Donald Trump is a creep! He's a weirdo! He was probably forget his daughter when she was just a little girl, 6 years old. We don't know what he said. What's in common with sex? Who says that about their kid? He's a weirdo. Probably be dating her if she was older. Weirdo. I told y'all niggas. Yeah, I thought I was coming.
Trump was blowing Clinton. Putin has the photo. No way. We just have worldwide black.
I stood with Putin for over 5+ years ago. I knew Putin wasn't.
Well, I hit
20 years. Come to think about it. Middle school, I knew Putin wasn't a part of this bullshit.
a deer like 80 miles an hour in Wyoming with my fucking feet. Well, I hit a deer like 80 miles an hour in Wyoming with my fucking feet. If you ever sign the buy a herd bumper, this is it. Well, I hit a deer at like 80 miles an hour.
Fuck, she's badass. She's a truck driver. Fuck! If I wasn't doing this right to travel thing, I'd probably be a truck driver. Dog, be low key, like the way it seemed like.
That tracks your license plates is about to start listening to faces. It's a new feature from the surveillance company Floxy called Human Distress Detector. High-powered microphones are installed in cities across the country. They were sold as simple gunshot detector. What could be a simple software update? They're turning into a wide listen network. This is the same company that was sharing its massive license plate reader network. According to one source, 99% of alerts do not result in any police action. In Chicago, a child was shot at by police who were responding to a false alert from a similar system.
Next up, we're gonna open the clay. I liked first.
Oh, really good way to find a wife. You guys gotta cut that shit. Fuck.
October 31st is the best day of the year to fight. Contact all the women you know dressing up for Halloween, and you'll hear all their different costumes. I'm Tinkerbell. I'm a porn star. And that girl who goes, I'm staying home. Right. Done. Okay, done. Halloween is all the societal resisted it. That's a good chance. A really good way.
A valid point. This is our first show on Revolt Radio 90.1. Top of the hour in 5 minutes. Here it's 12:55 our time in the Central Daylight Time of Eastern Oklahoma. Get a goddamn Part 15 transmitter and start talking conspiracy to your neighborhood, or if you go further, higher up, further distance, higher antenna around town. It's why it's still allowed.
9 miles an hour. You can't.
That damn fucking level. Like, he literally said, bro. He said Halloween. You wipe the one that says I don't really do that shit. Like, yeah. Oh, yeah.
If you wanted to touch my, should have voted for it.
Oh, really, baby? Really, baby? Well, luckily, no one wants to touch your body, you Jewish-looking freaking bitch.
Jewish looking. She does got the pointy jaw and the big nose, and the bob haircut. Like, come on, white. Oh, here's a.
Go 9 miles an hour.
Fucking pop. Good. Going 90 miles an hour. Like fucking. Stop the chick.
10 miles an hour.
Right there.
You can't.
You had to go. Nah. That bitch was definition. Yeah, shoot first thing.
Next time one of you.
Why is this Jerry Reed mother? No, I'll fuck with you, hardcore homie. But why the fuck you look kind of like maybe he is David Strait's brother? You got kind of a similar face. That's fucking badass. Look.
Cops, and I hope you all. I know you have cop friends out there, and I hope you show them this video. Jerome A. Reed, and I'm a United States citizen, born of the United States of America, and I am a citizen, and I am a citizen of the state I reside in. Period. According to the Constitution. That's it. None of this mojo bullshit, everybody. So that means you cops have taken an oath to uphold the Constitution and serve and protect me and every other American. You better listen damn fucking and get the twist out of your fucking heads from these goddamn fucking judicial fucking puke ass damn ass fucking treasonous fucking judges. This is why I say what I say. My taxes and every other American's taxes pay for the roads you police. You pay for that. And you put a limit on.
Yeah, they go after the crime that bothers that road and threatens us or the road. Don't go after us. They go after us instead. The hard work.
Our freedom to travel. And if we go, you put a limit on our free travel. And if 4 miles an hour over that fucking limit sign, which is way, it's text. It's a type of part of the ground. You will not faster than this, and you limit my ability to travel. Is a constitutional violation under the Constitution of the United States of America. You think about that, cops. That is literally the truth. Now, before you sit there and you
He's freaking out because he's not winning this court shit either.
Whip on your.
Really, I'm one side in the corner, and they keep putting me at the last person to come up at the end of the day. All this shit, bro.
Freaking emergency lights. Pull me over on the side of a fucking highway by 65 fucking miles an hour where there's no fucker,
and putting me in an imminent danger of collision, creating the emergency you say exists. You might think about the fucking Constitution you are violating to do it. Now, these judges, furthermore, you have taken an oath of affirmation and vow to uphold the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution under the state in which you have licensed to practice law.
What was?
Every one of you pay to belong to the member of the British Attorney Registration, the British Accredited Registry. You pay to belong to a foreign country that monitors and regulates the law in this land. You are treasonous and you erupt as fucking hell. You are in that to serve me. You have violated me. You have fucked me over. You have endangered me. You have told the public there was emergencies and pulled me over for a traffic violation, no crime, and told me and come to a fucking courtroom where you violate me and demand I check my weapon at a metal detector before I enter that building while you're carrying yours in it. You! Fuck you! Do you not know? You are a filthy piece of fucking lying. So before you fucking tell me that there's an emergency and to stop and submit to your dictation, you better think about what the fuck you're doing and who the fuck you're violating. Because there's 326 million of us and we're about ready to shove that taser up your fucking ass and pull the fucking trigger. Do you get the point yet? And I hope anybody that views my video shows any cop you know this video. Yeah. Motherfuckers, you are treasonous, corrupt, fuck, and you violate us. Fuck you so hard. So, the next time one of you cops, and I hope you all, I know you have cop friends out there, and I hope you show them this video. I am Jerome A. Reed, and I am a United States citizen, born of the United States of America. And I'm a citizen of the United States, and I am a citizen of the state I reside in, period, according to the Constitution. That's it. None of mumble bullshit in their heads. So that means you cops have taken an oath to uphold the Constitution and serve and protect me and every other American. So you better listen damn fucking good and get the twist fucking heads from these goddamn fucking judicial fucking puke ass giant criminal ass fucking treasonous fucking judges. This is why I say what I say. My taxes, every other American's taxes, pay for you police. We pay for that. And then you put a limit on our freedom level. And if we're a mile an hour over that fucking limit sign, which is papers, by the way, it's text. It's a type of parchment that's stabbed into the ground. You will not go faster than this. And you limit my ability to travel is a constitutional violation under the Constitution of the United States of America. Think about that, cops. Literally the truth. Now, before you sit there and you whip on your freaking emergency lights, pull me over on the side of a fucking highway, going by 65 miles an hour where there's no fucking and putting me in a danger of collision, creating the emergency you say exists. You might think about the fucking Constitution you are to do it. Now, these judges, furthermore, you have taken oath of affirmation to uphold the Constitution of the United States, Constitution under the state in which you have licensed to practice law. And every one of you belong to the member of the British Attorney Registration or the British Accredited Registry. You pay to belong to a foreign country that monitors and regulates the in this.
Auto. We're back. I had to go refill the tea and talk to the fam at the house down there. You know, we're back in the studio. Appreciate everybody. Revolt Radio. Check it out. Delta8Pro.com for the local. I don't know. We already heard. YouTubers watching me. Here we go. Here's the website. We need help here. Revolt Radio's Power of the Truth. We need a 500-watt transmitter. At least. We'd like 1,000 would be kind of cool. But I think we just work on height and moving up to this higher looking. We need a place to put it. 2. We want it listener funded, freedom focused. I mean, clearly we're about to. We just want to get that started and get this thing to fund itself. If you believe in truth and freedom, and you know what's going on, and you believe in supporting a voice that stands with the people, we're not financed by the Jays, by the government, the deep state, whatever you want to call it. And we want to save the entire planet. We believe we have evidence here by this station alone is evidence here that we are the majority and that we are winning and that this is obvious. So you can donate, support, or share, stand with us. Goal $7,000. You know, we're trying to get more sponsors here, like Delta 8 Pro, which we'll get. And you could also put a Part 15 compliant, whatever, repeater. You could put a small transmitter in your backyard. If it goes further than Part 15, that's on you. The higher you go, the further it goes. You can get some that go further than that are FCC compliant. Amazon and Walmart.com. Eastern Oklahoma, Western Arkansas border. If you want to get Part 15 transmitters in your town, rural community, learn how now. Got a page for that. You can put a bunch of them around town to get the town on the radio. But before we get into Delta 8 Pro real quick, chance of summer-like storms. It happens around November and December during warmer winters. With a chance of it getting up into the 80s. They're calling around Wednesday, is it? Chance of storms. So we got your weather coverage here on the online stream and the transmitter. So yeah, help us get past main transmitter being a crappy Part 15 that I've had for 20 years. That's not going very far anymore. So stock rubber ducky. It kind of hurts to be around it. We need to get the external transmitter equipment. Help us out here. But Wednesday, Thursday, it's gonna, you know. Chance of storms increase. So yeah, we're gonna get that. The biggest court case. Please check out Tanala Downing and Jessica Saxton's move against these, all of them, and these child protective agencies, which are doing quite the opposite to meet a quota. But check out our sponsor here for the RFO show, and we got a full page here. Delta 8 Pro, they've been serving cannabinoids since they get prior sales and delivery, the highest level of service and offering the widespread Delta 8 THCA products. You can check that out. You can click this, and you can buy a product right here on the website. For the radio list up, it's little widgets that show you examples of different products. As you found on our page, you click one of those widgets, and a thing comes up with right there, and your purchase of a THCP, HHC, whatever they got, THCA being the best one to me. They got flour, they got vapes, gummies, disposables, dabs, pre-rolls, you name it. Colorado trusted brand. They also, the brand Fuck Him, or I think is how you say it. I don't know. FUCATM. All that right on the website. 50 state delivery as far as I know. I don't know. Unless there's certain states they probably say it. I haven't seen nothing on their website about states that don't allow it. So I don't know. We're back here again. It would have been harder if they would have stacked it a little bit. Didn't though. Why does it sound different? Yep. You're gonna buy a Delta 8. You're gonna buy brands, right? You're not gonna know nothing about it. There's sketchy brands when this first started. And there's sketchy brands now. Stuff that's being sold on the street in places. This is Colorado Tested. We're back here on the RFO show. That's crazy. THCV. What's all these different bills? Let's go. We're doom scrolling. About to switch to Facebook. What this guy says. Oh, I remember that. It's when Nathan Thompson or somebody went up to that astrophysicist. I guess they want me to go on TikTok. I don't want to divert here. But we did start like 11:30, 12, right? It's 1:20. Dr. Danny Faulkner, astronomer of the cosmos, Clemson University, MA, and PhD astronomy here at the University, taught at the University of South Carolina, Lancaster for over 26 years. Let's see what he has to say. Creative astronomer and author of the
How do you have gas
Cosmos.
pressure without a container?
Oh, I was just like, I'll answer your question. How do you have gas pressure in a container? He kind of starts to smirk, and then Nathan went, whoop. Oh my God.
Nothing. Danny Faulkner, PhD astrophysicist, an observatory, and it's from the lies.
My mom used to say this thing all the time.
That's two things that fell. The cat's asleep right here. So I don't know what's going on. A screw fell or something, and now another coin or a bolt-like noise. What the fuck? For the YouTube listeners here, I'm on here. The cat didn't. That's trippy. Yo, what the fuck going on, bro? We gotta blow the fuck up right now. It's. I don't think we can have on this shitty Wi-Fi that we have at the moment. The radio stream and YouTube stream and me being in a TikTok box. Cleveland Ding. I'll try. God damn.
My mom used to say all the time. And she used to say, get busy, the busy dying. And then I kind of woke up one day and I. You can either get busy or you can get busy dying.
All the evangelical Christians who weren't wrapped ethnically Palestinian, and you guys aim for people who are not from the Arab Bowls. So he doesn't like you any later. Now why am I here when I'm not a Zionist? Well, I'm a bad girl. I'm naughty and I do evil things. Welcome to hell. All evangelical Christians.
Yo! Yo! She honored the better though, you know. She like put on the glasses as she said that, you know. That's fucking badass.
You ready to go to the park?
So I'm sure by now most of us have heard the Snake Eyes with Nicolas Cage. Came out in 1998. Featured a character named Charles Kirkland that was shot in the neck, and the shooter's name was Tyler Robinson on September 10th, which is the same day, like all of the programming. But did you guys know that this movie was filmed at the Trump Tower? Like they're laughing at us. So I'm sure by now most of us have heard all about the movie Snake Eyes.
Yeah. Damn. Shout out to Kay Podge. She's watched my shit before. Following each other on Facebook. Legend in the truth community. She is awakening Christians to this zionist lie. Wild shit.
You might want to get prepared for the food chain reaction. You know, like the Hunger Games and stuff. They're already ready. Food. You might want to get prepared for the food chain reaction.
Blame the USDA.
My NDAs have been lifted. A year of the United States of America signed an executive order against cartels.
This 3I Act, former intelligence community in the military, and I want to break this down a little bit for everybody.
You might not be telling the entire.
So let's think about this real quick. At one point, the world was controlled, and when religion was no longer sufficing, they introduced science, the heliocentric model, and got people behind that. Now, science became the religion where if you go against that in any way, it's blasphemy. Now we're getting to the point where a lot of science is getting debunked, proven to be bullshit, like things like, oh, I don't know, the theory of evolution, the Big Bang Theory. And if you guys didn't know, gravity's still a theory. So what am I getting at here? Stay with me. So now that religion and science no longer have a grip on people the way that they used to, develop an external threat. Now, if you've been with me this long, you understand that we live under a firmament and there is no such thing as outer space. Outer is actually underwater. Now, that means there was never really aliens anywhere up above us floating in outer space coming to get us. But for the last 60 years, they've been putting that narrative together with movies, with pre-programming, with psyops, with everything. Now, there is no extra threat coming from outer space. That is a ploy and a manipulation tactic and a psyop to get everybody on board with their agenda. Now, if there is an external threat, it's not you versus me, it's us versus them. Let me tell you guys something. From my experiences, what to do. The stuff's been here, it's been here, it comes from under the ocean. That's how interdimensional travel and everything else works to these other worlds. Yeah, there are wormholes, but they can go underwater and there's ways to get other places. You have no reason to believe me. I have no reason to lie about this. You guys, if they say there's an alien coming, don't even get any of your attention. Don't give it any of your energy. They're trying people to try and get a grip on everybody in their installed order. I'm gonna go live and talk about this more, but just really think about this, guys. Really think about historically what they've done to humanity. I'm going a little long on this one, so be smart, take care of each other, continue to make right choices.
There is no conspiracy. The government admitted girls are real. They've been spraying us for decades, and you wonder why your immune system's low. This is why.
These lines in the sky, and you're told, well, it's just condensation, it's water vapor. That's not the right explanation because water vapor it doesn't remain in the sky for like 20 minutes after the plane leaves. So that suggests bigger particles in the mist, the particulate matter in the mist. Is that correct?
Exactly correct. If you see, for example, breath condensing, if you see some researchers in the Arctic and their breath is condensing because it's very cold, do they get a cloud starting to form? If you have a vehicle that's exhaust is condensing in the morning, you have a freeway with giant clouds hanging over it from the condensation from the vehicles in some cold region? No, that's not how condensation behaves.
The term chemtrails, you say, is a propaganda term designed to discredit people who ask questions about what the hell am I looking at? What are these lines in the sky that we have all seen?
There's particulate dispersion. There is no theory in this equation. And again, my journey into this whole battle of now 27 years, but from what these aircraft were emitting, I knew it could not be condensation. In the research, I was very surprised at the mountain of information on geoengineering, solar radiation management, and I looked for primary elements. I began to test my precipitation. I hoped I would not find these elements in my rain because I knew if I did, it would change the course of my life. I cannot look the other way. I came up with 7 parts per billion in rain tests over the next 18 months because I took that long in researching before I was willing to speak out on the issue. At the end of 18 months, I had single rain events with 450 parts per billion aluminum in my rain. This is bioavailable free-form aluminum, which is toxic to all life, period. Primary element named in Clatons, and we have the world's most recognized geoengineers specifically stating on film, on the record, their goal of using aluminum in these programs because of its activity with no consideration of the consequences. So again, this elephant in the sky that we are told is a conspiracy theory is exactly what the entire global climate science community says we need to do immediately to slow down the warming of the planet. Stated purpose to deflect some of the sun's incoming thermal energy. We know these programs, not surprisingly, are making a bad situation worse, not better. And Tucker, they're being used as a form of warfare.
There is no conspiracy. The government admitted it. Chemtrails are real. They've been spraying us for decades, and you wonder why you're always sick, tired, your immune system's low. This is why.
These lines in the sky, and you're told, well, it's just condensation, it's water vapor. You know that maybe that's not the right explanation because water vapor dissipates. It doesn't remain in the sky for like 20 minutes after the plane leaves. So that suggests bigger particles in the mist, the particulate matter in the mist. Is that correct?
Exactly correct. If you see, for example, if you see some researchers their breath is condensing because it's very cold, clouds starting to form over their head. If you have a vehicle that's exhaust is condensing in the morning, you have a freeway with clouds hanging over it from the condensation from the vehicles in some cold region. No, that's not how it behaves.
You say is.
You know how you know what people are doing? This shit with Dave Portnoy. He's gonna get with what exactly? Screaming, fuck the Jews. Is this America? How come this one have laws so people like you in return makes you more?
I want to apologize. I didn't know the white chick was good too, but yeah, no one flinches anymore when black people even now say the hard R, like Dave Blunts and Young Thug. I'm calling my ops, dude. She here not play with me, dude. Don't give me okay with me, dude. Stop bad shit lay with me, dude. Like, yo, but if you say fuck the Jews, you could be facing 20 years in America. 20 years if you say the Jews. To me, sue me, everybody do me.
You're that disgusting that you have to have laws so people like you in return makes you more. Making up shit about Candace, she was never on your side. I wasn't either. I was never on this foreign nation. I was on the side of America first. I'm not on the side of the zionists that run all our shit. You keep saying they don't. They do. Look it up, please. If you have any doubts, look up who owns BlackRock, who runs it, Vandal, H Street, all of our media. They're all by like 6 people. Guess who they are? Guess who wrote all the anti-white books? Look one's lying. You said MAGA. All we're doing is worrying about Israel. None of us are mad. We're just enjoying watching you and getting to make content. Your opinion.
You just dropped this, right? It's already got 2,000 likes. No buying this shit, bro. Oh my god. I'm sharing it. Nobody's buying it. It was the Jews the whole time. Oh my god, Lois. How come you didn't tell us you were Jewish? That's why Lois's dad's got money. It's because they're Jewish. Holy shit. Oh my god, that makes sense. I did a whole episode on
watching you and getting to make content, you're about things. That's how you know that you're losing. What other country has on their news Israel? Why are we so invested in this foreign? They put us into consideration, trying to gaslight us. We know what you're doing. It's never going to work. All you're doing is pushing people further away. Stop lying. You're not getting paid. You are. And don't win the election. I'm done with y'all. I didn't sign up for make it. You know how you know when someone's losing?
Houses should be circles. There's no houses or regular anything. And you think about all the technology and artificial shit that most people have in their houses. If you don't actively get rid of it, it gets bottled up in there because it's stuck. Houses should be circles, and you will not. Houses should be circles. Houses should be circles. There's no flow of energy in right angle houses or right angle anything. All the technology.
be circles.
Long before the world even noticed, Vladimir Putin shook the globalist order to its core. He kicks the Rothschilds out of Russia. Yes, the very family behind the creation of the modern state of Israel, and declared war on the New World Order, vowing to dismantle with his own hands. Now he's stand. Putin has decided, and the shadowy influence of Zionists in the West is a corroding civilization from within, pushing it towards a planned total collapse. Is Putin's bold gamble our last hope, or the final act before civilization falls? Russia has announced it will seize the financial assets of international Satanists and place them on a global terror watch list. While the West welcomes Satanists into schools under the bannerism, Moscow sees them as a dangerous threat, theology that justifies evil. The Kremlin insists this crackdown is about defending faith, family, and tradition. According to Putin, the message is unmistakable. These groups...
Oh god, so now Putin's a Nazi.
literally worship the devil, and they are behind societal collapse and the rise of pornography and alternative lifestyles in the West. Their ultimate goal is the destruction of the family, and when that happens, if it hasn't already, it will be accomplished. Long before the world existed.
Engage in business, more your trust structures will be complex. So you're going to be looking at things such as Delaware LLC structures. Those are all bankers setups, trust setup. Every single state is a Delaware LLC. Every single country in the whole entire world is a LLC. For those of you that do engage in business,
driving home in silence after realizing the fluoride is definitely winning and everyone's still dumb as hell. Dumb fuck. If you're not stupid and you know what's going on, buy a product. DeltatePro.com. My name's Bill Hicks. No music needed.
A DeWalt laser level at Home Depot, and then you put something in front of the laser, take it from being a really thin laser line out, so it's like 6 inches wide, and then you get somebody that's on right where the laser is, you can see through the wall. It was viral on TikTok, so I called my assistant. I said, get this guy wherever he is, fly him to my house. I want to try this. So we flew to a place he's not illegal. While you are in the deep state, you get the wall, and you can see code that looks kind of like alien. Sometimes hallucinations change and warp and modify a bit. This is permanent. If you move your head, it stays in the same place. And if you move the laser on the wall, the code reveals itself as the laser is moving. You get 2 or 3 people lined up, and they all see the same thing. And if you put your arm in front of it, the code completely right where your arm is. I have no explanation for what the hell it is. If you bought like a DeWalt level at Home Depot, and then you put something in front of the laser to kind of diffuse it. So you take it from being
They're mapping the DMT realm, bro.
Family courts are breeding advocates. They're breeding advocate rate that they're not even understanding. And this is where the tipping point is. Now the advocates are more than the family courts that have been done, and they're about to right those wrongs. Go to my website, sign up as an advocate, robertgarza.us. You can turn your pain into purpose. I've already amended bills for every state. Pick a bill you want.
All right, so I actually got a hold of some people at the PBI airports on this interesting status update that's been starting to go viral today. I've had a lot of people send it to me. Available at midnight. Enjoy.
PBI airport modification of engineering. 2 different airports. Let's see. This National Airspace System status updated October 8th. Is she gonna really call them? All right, 26,000 likes. Let's see.
Hi, I'm looking at your Palm Beach National post on a status website. It says it's closed equipped with modification or engineering equipment. What exactly does that mean?
And that's why the airport might be closed. It all depends on the weather.
Oh, I understand, but it says it's closed to aircraft equipped with modification or engineering equipment.
Hold on.
Sure. I'm looking at a post on the status, the FAA status for a PBI, and it says that International is closed to aircraft equipped with modification, and I'm curious what exactly that means.
Are you a pilot?
I know. My friend is though.
Again, this is where in Florida, Palm Beach, right, where they made it a felony, folks. But you don't think it's fucking real. They are killing all the life outside, all the animals, all the bugs, all the bees, and you and me.
I know. I also don't know what exactly this means.
Hold on one sec, okay? Airport.
The PBI posted, Palm Beach International is closed to aircraft equipped with weapon or geo equipment.
Right.
And I'm just...
Yeah, that's for the cloud, the aircraft that got those tubes on it there for...
Clouds.
That's it, yeah. Closed to.
Oh,
and that's kind of a thing that the state of Florida is mandating, environmental thing, and required the Florida airports to follow that.
Gotcha. Okay. When did that get put up?
I was briefed about it about a week ago.
Okay. So that's a permanent. That's a permanent post for until.
Yep.
Okay. Gotcha. And so for that, was PBI taking in cloud seating aircraft?
There was in the past, and I know it's been probably a couple of years where weather monitoring, or we're doing something as far as weather goes, which wasn't an issue then, but it is now. All the airports are supposed to follow that.
Okay.
The GA, any airport in the state of Florida is not supposed to allow that. If there's weather seating equipment on board, then it has to pre-approval before coming in. In other words, we'd have to call the airport, give all the
Pre-approval, so they're still allowing aircraft into Florida.
arrival time.
So why would they even need to go into Florida if it's illegal? That's stupid. So there's a loophole still, according to that guy at the airport.
The aircraft number, whatever it is, and then there's 2 people that we have to report it to.
All right. So I actually got a hold of some people at the PBI answers on this.
You're taking Israeli money, but none of you have seen any of my videos. But I want you guys to see something. I just tried to go live and had this. You know who pays me? And it would not let me go live. Would not let me go live until I took it off. If it paid me, why wouldn't it let me go on there and say it? Pardon me. Everyone accuses me of taking Israeli money, but none of you have seen any of my videos. But I want you guys to see something.
Are you coming
to the tree. They stop. After stopping off the shores of Morocco for one day of repairs, the flotilla group of boats has officially set sail again. They're going to Gaza. More people are getting involved out there with their boats. We need to stand up for Gaza. Israel's doing it. It's not the Germans. It's not the Muslims. It's not the Chinese or the Russians. Don't let them gaslight you. Are you coming to the tree? Great. So let's get people out of the Middle East. Are you coming to the tree? They strung up a man. They say the word free. Strange things that happen to you. Are you coming to the tree? They strung.
See the colon after Jews who killed the Lord Jesus and their own prophets and have persecuted us, and they please not God, all men. Oh, why is everybody always so mad about the Jews? Because they're contrary to all men? You know, and then you have this Cruz, Israel stooge, saying to Tucker Carlson, you know, why just with Israel?
Oh, I hate.
Why is everybody just? It's like, hey, idiot! There's what's going on right now that was started by Israel. Maybe that's why we're talking about Israel. Why you gotta bring up Israel? I don't know, firing missiles every day. Why you bring up Israel? Why are you upset with Israel? You want to know why everybody is all talking about Israel? Is because Israel and the Jews are contrary to all men. You know what that means? You said, oh, it's not true. They love us. They're our greatest ally. Yeah, but secretly they're against us. They hate us. Contrary to us because they're contrary to all men. They hate all nations.
He just dropped a truth nuke that was almost as deadly.
Well, you only met a rabbi on TikTok. Thank you. We might go to TikTok here in a minute for radio. I want to quit the YouTube.
As nukes that the Israeli terrorist government drops on innocent Palestinian. Wow, yeah, I hate when people are like, why are you guys so obsessed with the ews? I can't say the word, I don't want to get banned. Maybe we wouldn't be obsessed if, like he said, maybe we wouldn't be obsessed if they didn't use our tax dollars to fund theirs. Maybe we care as much. But until then, it's game on, bitches.
About the Jews. See the colon after the who both killed and their own prophets and have persecuted us, and they please not God and are contrary to all. Oh, why is everybody always so mad about the Jews? Because they're contrary to all men. You know, and then you have.
Look, we're so mad about the Jews because people keep defending them blindly, even though they have no relationship whatsoever to Jewish lifestyle, their secret breakaway society, the Talmudic supremacy. In fact, they've trained their kids to be like the Bible says. I would say 5 times, because it's been a while. 5 times the children of hell. I mean, who else just brags about we're going to genocide the whole world, teaches their kids to brag about it. They laugh while they're cussing out Palestinians. They're dressing up as fake Palestinians now. I don't understand.
This Ted Cruz,
Israel
stooge, to Tucker Carlson, you know, why are you just upset? Why does everybody just keep bringing up Israel? It's like, hey, idiot, there's a war going on right now. It was started by Israel. Maybe that's why we're talking about Israel. Why you gotta bring up Israel? I don't know, because they're firing missiles every day? Why you bring up Israel? Why are you upset with Israel? You want to know why everybody's all talking about Israel? Is Israel and the Jews are contrary to all men. You know what that means? They're against everybody. He said, oh, it's not true. They love us. They're our greatest ally. But secretly, they're against us. They hate us because they're secretly contrary to us because they're all men. They hate all nations.
Engineered to suck you dry. Economic curves. Sleek bananas.
No fucking way. Israel provides a universal savings program for every child. Engineered to suck you dry. For real, they're engineered to rob us. They get free money, free health care. We're in the Israeli Hunger Games, folks. So it's called the Saving for Every Child program, which deposits monthly government contribution in the savings account for each child under 18. Parents can also add their own money from their child allowance and choose different investment options with additional bonuses upon reaching specific ages. This program aims to provide children with financial foundations.
Engineered to suck you dry. Ergonomic curves. Sleek banana design.
Investment options. Parents can choose the investment track for the funds, which can range from low risk savings account to
Engineered to suck you dry. Ergonomic.
Candace Owens' podcast is #1 in the world, and she didn't spend any advertising on it. So
never been happier, and there are so many people to thank. It is true, Brigitte, for
girl.
Lawsuit made things even more.
Candace Owens' podcast is #1 in the world.
Epstein victim. Yeah, and so that means that executives, what was going on, they should be in prison. Yeah, we should arrest them all. It's a friendly reminder. Sunday, friendly reminder that JP Morgan.
What happened? So when a cop blocks you in, he's literally sees you under the law. And in order to have done that, he needs probable cause. It has to be articulable, which means the police.
Nope, it has to be with a warrant. These are like exceptions to the warrant.
Police officer has to say what his probable.
It's just a little bit of fluoride in the water.
Probably did something.
Just a little bit of aluminum in vaccine. It's just a little bit of food, dyes and snacks. Just a little bit of glyphosate in produce. There's just a little bit of
It's all over everything, even all the
care products. Just a little bit of formaldehyde in household products. It's just a little bit.
We're cooked.
The BPA from that plastic bottle. But a lot of little bits add up to way too much toxic overload for our body. Just a little bit of fluoride in the water. It's just a little bit of aluminum.
When I said the life system is basically people laughed at me. Oh, get out of your mind. I also said around the same time that they have magnets in the little particles in the football, so when they kick those field goals, they can see the way they want. I said I was crazy too. Both of them got proven to be right. Both of those got proven. Remember?
Yeah. You kickers, bro. Yeah. But there's no, like, I don't know, football.
Years ago, when I said
I cannot be the only person that knows people in my real life that could be famous on social media for whatever reason. I know people that are funny that I wish would pick up the camera, record, and post it. Because if we're just cracking jokes like you do with me online, you be famous, bro. I'm telling you.
Learn something. Learn the other day. There'll be no more made. No more in production. You know, there'll be nickels, dimes, and quarters, and then dollar bills, and all the cash will be gone. It'll be all digital. Not good. Not good at all. Might bring in a beast system. You know what I mean?
Well, I